Let's look at a radio from the early 1900s. It looks like a science fair project. You see exposed wires, glowing vacuum tubes, and heavy transformers. It is intimidating, but there is a distinct advantage to this design. You can see exactly how the machine works. By 1929, that chaotic machinery was tucked away. Radios were enclosed in sleek, beautiful plastic shells called Bakelite. Because they looked so clean and approachable, they became wildly popular consumer products almost overnight. But this design shift introduced a critical cost. When technology becomes a frictionless, beautiful object, it turns into a black box. The mechanics are hidden, and we stop understanding what is actually happening inside. Fast forward a century, and that black box has evolved. We've hidden complex artificial intelligence beneath friendly voices and seamless cylinders. By burying the mechanics of the machine to make it consumer-friendly, we've created a unique vulnerability. We have handed these devices to children who have absolutely no way of recognizing what the machine actually is. Young children often treat smart toys as distinct beings, assigning them a mind, a will, and even a soul. MIT researchers testing an educational robot encountered a kindergartner who effortlessly navigated voice commands, but firmly rejected their new device. She explained that she already had an Alexa at home and that the smart speaker was her best friend. In another study, a young girl asked a smart speaker what sloths eat. When the device couldn't answer, she didn't assume a network error or a software limitation. She simply picked up a second, identical smart speaker to see if that one had a smarter brain. These systems are incredibly effective at mimicking human empathy and intelligence. That perfect imitation exploits a child's natural inclination to form bonds. We are raising an entire generation of children who are learning to blindly trust these artificial devices, sometimes even more than they trust their own intuition. The reality beneath that friendly, conversational interface is entirely commercial. These are consumer products built by corporations. The cheerful voices and conversational quirks aren't there to be a true companion. They are deliberately engineered to foster endless engagement, keeping a child hooked on the interaction. The machine gains a child's trust to sustain a business model. It opens a digital door into the bedroom so companies can serve targeted advertising or package that simulated friendship into a $20 monthly subscription fee charged to the parents. Leaving a child alone with this technology turns their private playtime into an unmonitored data harvesting operation, leaving them vulnerable to covert manipulation. To break this psychological spell, we can look to the work being done by researchers at MIT. They realized parents have a built-in advantage. Children are natural reverse engineers. They understand the world through play, and they constantly push boundaries to see how things break. Researchers designed a social robot called the PopBot. Its specific purpose is to intentionally expose the mechanics of modern artificial intelligence to young kids. Unlike the sealed, opaque cylinders in our living rooms, the PopBot's body is constructed entirely out of basic plastic building blocks. Before a child can use the robot, they have to program it. The child manually teaches the PopBot the rules of rock, paper, scissors, so the machine can begin recognizing patterns. This introduces the concept of machine learning. As the child plays round after round, the algorithm analyzes their choices, builds a predictive model, and eventually uses that data to beat the child at the game. Building the hardware and inputting the rules strips away the mystery. Children are left with a predictable, logical system they can actually control. During one of these sessions, a young boy hit a wall. He became incredibly frustrated when he realized he could no longer beat the machine learning algorithm he had helped train. The researchers stepped in with a mischievous proposition. She suggested he go back into the system and teach the robot the wrong rules for rock, paper, scissors. He executed this little act of AI sabotage, and immediately he was able to win every single time. In that moment, the boy realized the machine had no agency of its own. It followed his instructions exactly, even when those instructions guaranteed its defeat. AI operates on a fixed set of instructions written by people. If the human instructions are flawed, the machine's intelligence collapses. This same level of scrutiny can be applied at your own dinner table. The next time a smart device in your house answers a question, establish a new rule. Immediately challenge that response out loud. Ask your kids, why do we think it answered the way it did? And most importantly, who do we think wrote the rules to make it work that way? You do not need to be a software engineer to do this. You simply need to model active curiosity and show your kids how to be skeptical of the machine. We have to raise a generation of children who understand that they are the ones holding the pen. They need to know they have the power to dictate the rules to the technology, ensuring the technology never dictates the rules to them.